I am alive, right? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Perfecto. Perfectolini. Leighton has ready up, along with Lucard. Interessant. Who we went for? We went for Scotty. Yet to join. as we wait 2 more people. Hello, Dumfly's mother. Hope you enjoy the stream as we're going to get going in a few seconds. Now we are running up into the short qualifying. I apologise, sorry. That was not my intention. Oh! It's raining, it's pouring. And, let's see which drivers are not snoring. As, we go into the session. Now, let's see how the drivers react. Okay, so sorry for that break. Just chatting with the drivers about the weather conditions. So the forecast for today, it's going to be Inter's weather for the 17 minutes of qualifying, and then for the race, we will be in dry conditions here at the circuit, the Paul Ricard, famous French circuit, and yeah, hopefully we can get some good racing. 19 drivers on the grid today, and a lot of new phases, I must say so myself, as I will mention all of them very soon. As we have Adikov, the infamous Adikov, he's not new. If we flash back to Baku, pole position, led every lap of the race, and he came home with the fastest lap of the race. So that was pretty much the best performance any SBS drivers managed to do. Then we have Isan, a new Spaniard, on the grid. He lines up next to Adikov. Then we have Robert, another Spaniard in the McLaren. We can see the spray on those inters. Then we have Pyro, who cannot do a lap. He cannot do a proper lap. I need to remind him. And Embrick Boss moved up from Div 2 to Div 3 very recently. Then we have Dactor, another Spaniards, ESW Junior, Crispal, Poof 2003, SPS Chaza, Lucart, Scotty, Ramonetic, JCAG, Troye, who's new to the grid, Robin West, new to the grid but not new to F1, World Online Racing. He's in Tier 1 for that, so high expectations for the Dutch driver. Then you have Leighton, the Season 1 champion in the Williams, Domfly and Indigo. And excuse my awkward voice, I just have a bit of a cold. Hopefully that won't disrupt. As Pyro going side by side with Scotty, both on their outlaps. First one to start the lap is Robert, so let's go on board with the new Spaniards, braking into turn 1, taking all of the curb, and he does so extremely nicely on the limit in these tricky intermediate conditions. As into the third corner, sorry, we've got yellow flags in sector 3. That is a Haas who has caused them. But Robert is still all good. Third gear through here. Oh, so incredibly slow through there. It's so gradual. You need to be so patient. But he takes it very nicely now onto the long straight where he can have some relaxing time before the nice smooth left-hander, and then straight after a right-hander, which can be very satisfying when right. Robert braking for the corner, and he takes it very nicely, and then into the right-hander, and now on the throttle as soon as possible. Wow, he nearly loses the car through there, pedal to the metal very early, but it pays off as he goes to purple in the first 2 sectors. Let's see, he just needs to keep it nice and controlled into the 3rd sector, and he does so very nicely so far. Braking in 5th gear down to 4th, and then full throttle once again in this steep right-hander. Now only a few corners to go, just needs to keep the car on the road and he will be fine. And once again nearly losing the car, needing to catch it, but Robert, he has the skill to do so, and this is shaping up to be a very nice lap. Into the final corner, into 2nd gear, shifting back up to 3rd, and then the run to the line. What will it be for the McLaren? It will be a 1:41.3, the first time on the board. Who can improve on that? Indigo can. He sets a 1:40.5, and that is a very nice time from the reserve, and he beats Robert's time by nearly second. Domfly goes second with a 1:46, and Robert's time is certainly not on the pace so far. Ramonetic can't beat Robert's time though, a 1:41.3. Then Leighton sets a 42.3. What can Adakov do? The reigning champion, the Haas, up to the line. What's it going to be for Adakov? Zaktor with a 1:40.1. Adakov can only get a 1:41.0, and that's not enough. And so far, Dactor is in pole position. Isano improves on Dactor, and so far it's a front row for the Spaniards. But of course, so many more drivers on their laps. Who can improve? Chaza invalidates. He's not going to improve. Next to cross the line will be JCAC, who is going to set a 40.3. What can Crispal set? It's up to the line for the Alfa Romeo, and it is going to be a 40.7. A decent time, which will put him into P6. ESW Junior is not struggling in these conditions. He's not very happy, and that is a Spinala for the Alpine. Scotty is on a flyer, I assume, but he's not the next to cross the line. Who's going to be next to cross the line? I'm not sure. Ramonetic seems to be up on his time by 9/10, so let's make sure to see what he can do up to the line. We have a Red Bull also, and then a Ferrari, but both of them not on laps. As Ramonetic now up to the line, 5th gear, 6th gear, and an easy cruise to the checkered line. It is a 1:40.1, enough for P3. as Isan still at the top of the timing sheets. No one so far seems to be able to improve on that. Robin Westow starting his lap in the Red Bull. No assist for him, so yeah, just a lot of respect for the Red Bull. And look at that once again, the slow, gradual part of the track. You have to be so patient through there, but he takes it very nicely. As now in the long, nice straightaway, you can have a bit of a cup of tea, just enjoy, I guess, until you have the nice left-hander. We can take a lot of curve without invalidating, but he decides not to risk it as he exits the right-hander. And now another little straight, and yeah, that is all. Who's going to be next to the line though? He does have a Ferrari and a McLaren ahead. Oh, he invalidates just about. Scotty to the line, not going to improve. The Ferrari though, he can improve maybe, as we're going to go on board with Indigo, because I think he's on a lap, and I am not mistaken, the Latin Formula Racing driver is on a hot lap. And props to the owner for actually retweeting our post. Thank you for that. As Indigo now to the line, he decides not to shift down to third. Let's see how that goes for him. And he is going to put in a 140.036, 4 thousandths of Isan's time. And Isan not improving for now. As let's go back down. What's going on here? Scotty on a lap as he's now into the nice right-hander and exiting pedal to the metal in the interconditions. Oh, he gets a bit out of form through there, but it's fine. Into the nice deep right-hander, and Dactor has actually retired from the session, so he cannot improve on a 140.1, which is not great for him. However, it won't be drying up anytime soon according to the drivers, so it's not like he's going to lose out massively. As Scotty now into the left-hander, and then he has only 2 more corners to go, and right behind him he's got a McLaren. I think that is Jakak, because Romantic is in the boxes. Scotty is going to now round off his lap, and he takes the final corner. Oh no, 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 all out of shape in the final corner. What's it going to be though for Scotty? To 140.2, not so bad. P6 for him. Let's go down to ESW Junior, who's currently on a lap in the Alpine. Hasn't managed to set on though, and the Red Bull of Pyro actually has a qualifying ban, so that is not what he wants in this qualifying session. As ESW Junior is now on a lap. I'm going to quickly check Discord for any more updates on the weather, etc. And it is all... Oh! And we do have some news from Domfly. He has stated that it is going to be dry soon. I'm not sure if he means in the race, but we're going to take it in the qualifying session. And if that is the case, then I assume that Dactor will be very much at the bottom, bottom end of the grid, as ESW Junior rounds off his lap. What can he do to 141.1? Enough for P12, and Scotty and I think that is Jakak side by side through that corner, just giving each other a little greeting. Troy 8 on a lap. What can he do in P8 in the Aston Martin? And he takes the first corner, takes a bit too much curb, and that is invalid for the Aston Martin. Will Domfly follow him? No, he won't. Oh my word! He's just put in a 139.717. What a lap from the Mazé driver of Isan. And either the conditions are drying up, or he is just on a mad one today. As a little drift through there, he knows that the lap was amazing. He knows that it was good. And Chaza finally not invalidated, and he's going to want to put this lap in as his banker, otherwise it won't be very good for him. It won't be a very good result. 8 viewers, hello all you 8 amazing people. As look at the timing sheets, they're so close. What's the closest one? I think, I'm not sure, but there is definitely gaps of thousands there as we go on board still with Chaza, who's now in the final 3 corners. Sector 3, 122 currently. Let's see what he can do. Can he put himself into the top 5? Can he beat Isan in this rainy qualifying? We're going to have to wait and see. Through the final corner, takes it very decently. Pedal to the metal, up to the line. What's it going to be for SPS underscore Chaza? It is going to be a 140.9, which is only enough for B11. Lucart's still to set a lap. Robin West still to set a lap, and it seems Leighton is not enjoying these conditions. He is, however, 3 thousandths up on his time, or 300ths that is, I'm not sure, but either way, no, 3,000, is that 3,000ths or hundredths? I do not know, but anyways, he is on a lap and he is improving, which is what matters. Can he beat Poof 2003, who's not on a lap at this current moment in time? He goes very wide. That has not helped his lap. Who is improving? Who is improving? Ramonatic is improving, and this would be a very good lap from, I don't know what country he's from. I should probably figure that out before he leaves the league. I'm joking. I think I know, but I'm not going to say it just in case it's wrong. Anyways, Ramonatic, 666 to the line. What can he do? Can he put it in pole position? Final corner, takes it decently. A lot of the curve on the exit. What is it going to be for Ramonatic? It's going to be a 140.056. And he cannot improve on Isan's time, but he can, however, put himself into the podium positions, and the 2 Mercedes see themselves on the second grid line, I think, of the grid. That's how you say it. So apparently it's drying up, but it doesn't look like it, which is why a lot of people are on laps. One of those is Robin West, the Dutch driver. Doesn't seem to be enjoying these conditions whatsoever. The ERT driver exiting that corner. We're going to have another little peek at Discord to see what's going on. Not much going on at all. Very silent chat, and I think everyone's just mentally preparing themselves for the final lap, the final hot lap of this session, as Robin West is doing a great job so far, also considering no assist. Just imagine how difficult that is. Huge respect to the Dutch, as now he's rounding the final 2 corners. A little lock up through there, but it's all good. And look at that! I said the times were close, but it literally cannot get much closer than the exact same, as Robin West to the line, a 141.3, and he can only improve to P16. As look at Robert and Indigo. Look at the difference. There is what am I saying? Look at the difference. There is no difference. There's 0 difference. The only thing is that Robert put in the lap, I think, a few milliseconds before Indigo. And it seems like Luca is having some connection problems, as I really need to blow my nose, but I'm going to stay for the final 3 minutes, then I'll have a little nose cleaning. As everyone on the lap for now, we need to find someone who's improving massively. Adakov is improving massively, 1/10 improvement after sector 2. What can it be after sector 3 though, as currently Isan has pole by 0.3 of a second. As Adakov to the line, what can he do? Right behind Troye, who I think is going to be starting his lap now. What can Adakov do? The Haas driver. What's it going to be? It's going to be 140.1, and that's enough for P7 so far. Jakak improving a 10th, more than a 10th, 179. He's improving 1/10 and a bit. As Robert retires, he won't improve on a 140.036. Jakak, final corner, up to the final corner. What can he do? Takes it pretty nicely through there, and the Mercedes of the virtual, VFR esports driver up to the line, a 139.762, and he gets close to Isan's time, but he can't quite beat it. He gets a purple sector 3, and he has no option but to go again. Try beat it again, doesn't lose anything. Ramonicic improves by a 10th up to P3. What can Indigo do? What can Adakov do? Adakov, is that... apparently a purple sector 2, but he's down on his time, so I doubt he'll be improving on that one. ESW Junior, a 10th up. What can he do through here? This is a lot of lap time he's gained. It's a 140.5, and that's the top 10 for the ESW esports driver. Poof 2003 puts himself P9. Troye P10 still, has not managed to improve the lap time. Can Indigo improve? He's 500s up. How's Ramonicic doing? Not seeming to improve. Oh my word. No, never mind. I thought that Isan has just improved. I was by 3/10 in the first sector. I think I was about to... I'm not sure what I was about to do, but I would have been in awe. I'm still in awe. That's an amazing lap by him. 5/10 improvement for Robin West, seeming to make friend with these conditions, to understand what you need to do, how to nail the lap, and 5/10 up after sector 2 is not too shabby whatsoever. Up to the line, no wheel spin off the final corner, and it is going to be a 140.2, puts him P8. Very respectable lap time from him. Leighton can't seem to improve. Isan can seem to improve. This is a 10th improvement from him. Indigo did improve as well, and he improved above Jakak, and now this is where every lap matters. Oh my word. Isan, sector 3, into sector 3 he goes. He's currently improved by 3/10. Poof, off the track. What can the Mazda driver do? The Spaniard has coped brilliantly in these conditions. Everything that has been thrown at him, he's just handled it brilliantly. The penultimate corner, he takes it very nicely, and now into the final corner. What can the Spaniard do? The Haas driver, he does not spin out like Mazepin out of the final corner. Up to the line, pedal to the metal, go, go, go. What's it going to be? It's going to be a 139.3, a 139.3. Oh my word. Jakak's improving though. Jakak is improving. This is crazy. Jakak, purple sector 2. What can Adakov do? Adakov couldn't put himself P4, but that's the max for him. Jakak is improving. Who else? Robin West is not improving. So now it's all eyes on Jakak. Can he beat the Spaniard? Can Indigo beat the Spaniard? We're going to go on board with Jakak first, because he's going to cross the line right before Indigo. We can see in the mirrors of Jakak, Indigo is right behind the Latin Formula Racing driver, trailing the Jakak VFR driver. I mean, not the Jakak. He is trailing Jakak though. Jakak to the line. What can he do? Can he beat Isan's time? It's going to be a 139.2. What can Indigo do? Indigo can improve to a 39.5. But I think that is the end of qualifying, and that is a pole position for VFR_Jakak, and that is a major W for Jakak, as he would say, in these tricky conditions. And we can see Isan dominated the session, but in the final few moments, Jakak took the pole position away, and that is P1 for Jakak, pole position, P2 for Isan, P3 Indigo, P4 Adakov, P5 for Ramonicic, and it's P6 for Domfly, then the Spaniard of Robert for himself P7, and then it's Dactor and P8. ESW Junior puts himself P9, and Robin West rounds off the top 10 with a 140.2. Right behind we have Troye, Scotty, Chaza, Poof, Crispal, Embrick Boss, Leighton, Pyro, who had a quali ban, and then Luca, who did not manage to get a lap time in. And that is short qualifying, and now we head into the race, where it's going to be dry, or at least that's what I've been told. I do hope it's dry, because dry conditions do provide great racing. Maybe the Inters also, but that's how it is. And Ramonitic in the chat, he says that he could have gone a second faster. And if that is true, then that's pretty crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. So he did do a 1:39.8. So that would have been pole position if he didn't improve by just a second. That's now loading into the race. I can literally hear like engineers working in the background. We can see Ramonitic, the pit crew, anxious, and we can see in the VIP zone there's a woman there watching out into the distance of the circuit as we wait for the cars to grace the circuit with their presence, and they do. And I'm just going to make sure that the lobby's not lagged. There we go, perfect. And I'm going to go blow my nose, guys. So ride on board with Mr. Jakak and enjoy his point of view. And I'm back. That was enjoyable. And I'm just going to make sure my mic is still working before I keep screaming at my screen. Screaming at my screen. It is. And it is dry out here. And a little overview of what to expect from each driver. JCAC, very fast. You've seen it already in previous performances, so certainly always need to keep an eye out for him. Isan, a new driver, and definitely one to watch. New to the league, and definitely showing what he's made of. Then we have Indigo, who's had a little spin on the formation lap. He's P3, the Latin Formula Racing driver, and just behind he has his compañero, Mr. Adakov, and then P5 is Ramonitic. Right behind is Domfly in P6, then we have Roberts in P7, Dactor P8, ESW Jr. in P9, P10 is then Robin West. Following Robin is Troye, Scotty, Chazza, Poof, Crispel, Embrick, Leighton, Pyro and Lucart. And that's going to end off our grid as the first car is in their grid spot, and we're waiting just for who's the last car on the track. I'm not sure, but let's get a good POV of the start. I'm gonna go on board with Isan in the broadcast as the drivers ready up. The engines roar. It is 5 lights, and it is 5 lights out, and away we go here in France. A bad start. I'm not sure who that is, but JCAC and Isan already side by side on the start as JCAC hitting the pillar. That may be a warning for track limits. He's pulled a 5/10 gap already. And let's see what's going on behind. We can see going side by side there is Robin West with Troye, as very respectable between the two. Robin West on the inside, Troye on the outside, and Robin West keeps the position. The Red Bull driver is in P9 and Troye follows in P10. The first spinner is Embrick Boss and Crispel, no, it's Crispel, sorry, and then it is Pyro as well. who seems to have a little spin, and that is very unfortunate. But Troye and Robin West giving it their all. Look at the pop of Robin as they're pushing each other through these corners. Robin and Troye, very respectable racing, and then right behind, creeping up on them, is Scotty, who's going to try go down the inside of the Red Bull, and he manages to do so brilliantly, and that is P10 for the LFR driver. What's Leighton up to? He's 300ths behind I think that is Domfly. No, that is Chazza, sorry. It is Chazza and Leighton going side by side. Chazza concedes the position, and there's Leighton up into P14 of the race. And so far, no major collisions, no collisions at all, I think, from what I've seen. And Isan and Jakak still having a nice go at each other. Fast lap of the race from Jakak, of course, in the lead of the race, as the Haas follows Jakak, and then Indigo right behind. Adakov making up positions, he's in P4, and then we have Ramonitic and Daktor. This so far has been a great race. Poof! I think that is Poof having a little spin, having a little off in the track, and also Lucart at the bottom of the grid. Further up though, Robin West trying to keep up with Scotty, trying to keep within the DRS, and then we have Troye on the back of the other McLaren, Mr. Robert. Daktor is in P6, then we have Ramonitic in P5, and not much position changing going on, though Robin West is getting extremely close to Scotty as they are within a tenth of each other, nearly within a tenth, within 2/10 of each other. The Red Bull and the McLaren, will he go for a move? Not through there, but he's literally pushing the McLaren through. He looks around the outside for a move. Look how close they are on the right-hander, the deep right-hander. Still another look down the inside, but can't make it work as he has to stick back in P11. Further up, what's going on here? Everyone within the DRS except for Leighton, who has fallen out of the DRS of Robin West. He needs to get back in, and we can see Scotty and Robin West. Look how close the two are into the first corner. Who's going to for the fastest lap? It is Daktor, who is fastest on the second lap of the race. No, it's Leighton, sorry, with a 1:33.035, and Robin West still trailing Scotty, and then Roberts in his own race so far. Isan maintains the 3/10 gap he had at the start of the race to Jakak, as they're not actually separating from the grid. We can see the top 12 all still within the DRS, so technically Leighton can still be in for the win of the race. And then further back, they need to make a comeback drive, the one from P13 to P19, as Pyro's very much at the back. Isan though goes for a move on Jakak, and he makes it work, and that is Isan into P1 of the race, as Jakak now trails the Haas into the flat out section of the track. No move here, but look how literally pushing him through the corner into the deep right hander. Can he go for a move down the inside? Can he make it work? No, he can't. And Isan remains in P1 of the race with Indigo just behind the two, and Robin West and Scotty go at each other through the deep right hander. It seems Scotty making a move on Robin West once again. They're battling. Robin West though gets the better exit. He has more traction through that corner, although he can't make the move work, and he has to stick in P11. Will he go for a final lunge into the final corner? No, he won't, and that is still P11 for him. And Jakak now with the DRS on his sand. Will he go for a move? Pushing him through the corner once again, but he will not do any sort of move, and currently the fastest man on the track remains to be SPS_NUFC Leighton, who's so far having a very good race, if I say so myself. And he is now within the DRS of Robin West. And yeah, the top 11 all within DRS of each other, sorry, top 12 all within DRS. However, they aren't going for any moves, not yet at least, Scotty and Robin West, it seems they're going to have another little go at each other. Robin West pulls to the inside on the nice long straights. Will he go for a move? Will he send it? Did he send it? Yes, he did. He did send it down the inside of Scotty, and then it's P10 for him. Will Scotty, though, into the flat-out section? Will he go for a move around the outside? It seems doubting it right now. The gap is 3/10 now, as they're still close, but not as close as before. Into the deep right-hander, though. Can Scotty look to make a move around the outside, around the inside? No, he sticks behind, and Leighton, right behind them, is in P12 of the race. And now Jakak needs to keep up with Isan, but he's doing so quite well, as he's going to have the DRS now out of the final corner, and any second now we're going to hear the DRS activation from Jakak as he trails the Spaniards on lap 5 of the race. Will he go for a move on turn 1? No, he's going to stick behind for now, as Isan remains in P1 of the race with Indigo still P3, and he's got Adakov pushing behind. Ramonitis, though, is in P5, and he's just behind Adakov, still with the leading group, of course, and starting to create a gap, though, is Robert, and Troye is in P9. He needs to close the gap, as he's got Robin West on his tail, who's now pulling away from LFR Scotty. Robin West really showing what he's made of in the Red Bull. Will he pull to will he pull to the left? Will he pull to the right? Where's he going to go? Down the inside is going to be for the ELT driver, as they nearly go side by side. He's got his tyre, and wow, what a move, what an ambitious move. That is certainly a big balls move from Robin West, the Dutch driver, up into P9, and congrats to him making up positions very quickly. But now he needs to get back within the DRS, otherwise that will cost him, as he's got Troye looking to make a move once again. He has a little look, but he thinks better of it, as we can see Leighton getting very close to Scotty, but he has a spin as he clips Scotty there, and that is not what Leighton wants whatsoever, as that is just so unfortunate for Leighton. But we can see here Jakak and Indigo so far are very close together, as we're going to have a little look at Leighton's stream to see his reaction, because Leighton does provide the best reactions after a little spinala. And it's gone all quiet on Leighton's stream as he goes into the boxes, and Jakak still behind still behind Isan, sorry, as Domfly is within the DRS of Chaza. Further up, though, Robin West has managed to scrape the DRS just about, as the gap between him and Robert is 1 second just below. But Jakak makes the move on Isan, and I didn't manage to see that, but now Isan's going to have a look around the outside, as the gap is 600ths of a second around the outside on the flat out section. Can he make it work? No, he can't. Into the deep right hander, he looks down the inside, but he thinks better of it, and he's going to remain in P2, and then it's Jakak up into the P1. Mercedes does very nicely, and Ramonitic P5 and Adakov P4. You see this top group is very close together. The top 9 now all within the DRS. However, Scotty has just managed to scrape the DRS from Robin, and Troye is within DRS of the McLaren, so that is now the top 11 all within DRS range of each other, as now Mase Isan has the DRS on Jakak. Oh, how the roles are reversed. Scotty's retired from the session. I'm pretty sure that was in the boxes. No, it was in the track. It was out on the track, and that is a full course safety car here at France, as the drivers finally get a few seconds of a rest, a little break from the intense racing here in France. And we're going to have a little look at the Div 1 chat, see what's up. And nothing much. And now all the soft runners are going to be boxing. Into the boxes they will head. And Scotty leaving the session. not what he wanted, certainly not what he wanted. We're going to have a look at the tyres. So actually no soft runners out there, no car on the fresh softs, but everyone else on the mediums. It'll be interesting to see if they're going to box. Pyro boxes to the softs, and he's a man who's back into the race after a lap 1 spin. He is back in action as he needs to catch the leading group. Look how far he is. He is a pretty hefty gap between him and Jacak. And yeah, that is all for now, as we're going to see they all head into the boxes, the top 3. Adakov does box as well, Romanetic boxes as well, Daktor, ESW. Oh, we've got a little collision in the boxes, it seems. And ERT Robin West, a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Roberts. And I'm not sure what happened there, but it is going to be chaos in these boxes now. And look at how many people are boxing, all going for the soft, I mean for the hards, I would assume. Daktor, look at this, it seems, look at how close they are. And the gap between these drivers is literally nothing, as they all head out of the boxes now. Chaza leads the way on 7-lap-old hards. Jacak behind, then we've got Romanetic, Daktor on the mediums. He thinks he can make those mediums last. That'll be interesting, or maybe he will box the softs later on. It is all to play for here in France. And I think I need to blow my nose again. 1 second. I'm back. And so far only 1 DNF. Will there be more? We do not know. Meanwhile, some weird collision actually happened in the boxes. We saw Robin West and Robert involved. I think Robin West running into the back of Robert and therefore costing him a few positions. However, nothing in the chat. So I assume all is well and they have settled it themselves. As Leighton is back where he was, we will literally ignore that he spun. As Leighton is... Yep. We have Kimmy in the chat. My boy Kimmy, come on. Mr. Matev Kimmy. He said... Holy shit. Jesus. Back where he was, we will literally ignore that he spun. As Leighton is... Yep. We have Kimmy in the chat. My boy Kimmy, come on. Mr. Matev Kimmy. He said... Jesus Christ, I had a little seizure there. But yeah, welcome Kimmy to the chat. I saw him have a little look around in a few other races. We do have the safety car in this lap though. As Lucart's AI is bugging. That's all I'm going to say. He's not in the race, but his AI certainly is. Look how far Chaza is from the safety car. I'm not sure this is going to be a very safe restart from the Ferrari. We're going to have to wait and see though, as Lucart and Pyro exchanging positions. Pyro and Lucart's AI having a little battle there whilst the safety car's out. Once again, I don't think that's very safe. Maybe you should reconsider, Mr. Pyro, Mr. CPI Pyro. But yeah, literally 2 corners to go, and the safety car is still long gone from Chaz's viewpoint. As let's see, will it be fast? Will it be slow? Into the final corner we are. It's go, go, go. It's pedal to the metal, and Chaza leads the way here in front with JCAC in P2 and Isan just behind the Spaniard following around Indigo. Pyro, I think, is that Pyro having a spin, or no, he's just having a little battle with the AI. Further back though, what's going on here? I'm getting an invitation to a random lobby, so I can't really see much. But it seems all is clean, all is well. So far we can see Ramonitic and Daktor having a little go at each other. Daktor pulls to the left hand side. Will he go for a move? Will he send it? Did I send it, or did not send it? Will he send it on Ramonitic? Oh, he did send it. Sorry, my bad. He's up into P6, and Ramonitic, the Belgian, in P7 now. Troyer follows, and he's in P9 of the race. And I've got a little throat ache, so excuse my commentary. As Indigo and Isan going very close. Look at Isan, he's in a Ferrari sandwich with Chaza. And actually Chaza's doing very well so far to keep up with these guys. And JCAC, he's got the support, he's got the fans, he's got the pace. I'm not sure what else he needs to cruise to victory here. Embrick boss, is that a spin from Embrick? Indeed it is. It's a little spin for the Aston Martin. That's certainly not what he wants, as Chaza now following the Mercedes into lap 11 of the race, and Isan just on the tail of Chaza. As we can see, no moves into turn 1 for now, as everyone playing it safe for the meanwhile, as Daktor is closing in on Adakov now as they go side by side. Daktor, will he go down the inside? Yes, he will. He sent it up the inside of the Haas, and the Haas is now down into P6. The Polish, sorry, who won in Azerbaijan. He cruised to victory. Isn't finding it so easy here in the circuit. Paul Ricard, as P6 is all he can scrape for the meanwhile, but we still got more than half of the race to go. So absolutely anything can happen here in France, as Daktor still following Indigo just behind, and Isan makes the move on Chaza, and we can see the tyre is a tyre where the difference is definitely starting to kick in, as now Indigo pulls to the right hand side, and he's going to send it up the inside of Chaza, as Daktor also getting in on the action. And we're going to have a look at Daktor's his point of view here. He's going side by side with the Ferrari, and Chaza now down into P5 of the race. And now needs to keep the gap to JCAC very, he just needs to make sure JCAC does not run away with the lead of the race. We have a 3-second time penalty for Poof 2003, finds himself in P11. And further back, Robin West looking to make a move on Poof into turn 1, possibly. Well, he's going to pull for a move, but he can't make it work, just not yet, as Robin West is still in P12 of the race. Pyro in P3, he's out of the DRS though. And further ahead, Adakov getting chased down by Romanitic as he's nearly pushing him through the corner there. The Belgian seemed to have some strong pace on the hards. And remember, Daktor has the best tyres out of anyone on the grid so far, excluding Lucart. But Lucart is down in P17, so he won't be a challenge for Daktor, as Daktor in P4 now. Chaza overtaken by Adakov, the Polishman, into P5 of the race, and we can see Chaza's tyres are wearing. Ramonitic down the inside of Chaza as well, and Chaza just lets it go. He knows that he just needs to extend the tyre as long as possible, and hope for another safety car. That would help him massively, as we have ESW Junior in the Alpine down in P8, then Troye following in P9, and Domfly in the Alpine rounding off the top 10. And Adakov and Daktor, the gap is extending. Daktor is bit faster than Adakov, it seems. Of course, those mediums will be helping him in France, as the gap between Indigo and Daktor is now 2 tenths, and Embrick Boss has had yet another spin, and that's not what he wants whatsoever, as we can see Adakov just within the TRS of Daktor, and he's doing well to keep within ERS distance. Embrick Boss gets a 5-second penalty, and I think we all know what that means. It is going to be a pit retirement for the Aston Martin. I assume. Maybe he keeps going, maybe he doesn't, but that's what I'm thinking. As Chaza, he's doing well. He's in P7 on 12 lap old hards, so he's certainly doing well to keep ESW back. And look how close the top 4 are, going into the left-hander and then into the nice right-hander as they exit now. Indigo is within 1/10 of Isan. Will he pull over to look for a move? No, he won't. He's very close though into the deep right-hander. He could possibly go for a move as we go to his on boards. He's not going to go for a move just yet though. Daktor will look to make a move. Indigo squeezes him, but Daktor stays back in P4, and this is helping Adakov. The gap is reducing between him and Daktor. It's now down to 6 tenths, and Ramonitic, of course, in the background, just keeping the tyres cool. Troye down in P9, right behind ESW Junior. What can he do? He activates the DRS on ESW. Will he pull over for a move? On the right he goes, around the outside, of the Alpine. Will he make the move? Work! Oh, yes, W gets the better of him, and that is P9 for Troye. Further up ahead, of course, these 4 battling it out like crazy. Daktor has managed to get past the Ferrari of Indigo, and he is up into P3 of the race, and now more than halfway through, we find ourselves on lap 14 of 27 with Daktor 4 tenths from his fellow Spaniard Isan. And further back, Troye makes the move on ESW Junior, the ESW esports driver, and Troye up into P8 of the race. And penalties, of course, are going to play a crucial role in the race. We're going to swip over to penalties now, if I can find out where they are. ESW 5 seconds, Robin West 5 seconds, Poof 6 seconds, Pyro 3, Robert 5, and Embrick 8. As we're back on board with Daktor here in France. Will he go for a move on Isan? No, he's way too far back. And Chaza, yeah, he's losing out. He's losing a lot of time. But he's going to box to the softs, I assume, on around lap 17, lap 18. So at the end of the race, he's going to be very strong. We need to bear that in mind. The Ferrari will be certainly prancing around on the track in the final few closing laps of the race, as Troye still following Chaza around the track, very close to the Aston Martin. I think he's enjoying himself here in the track, Paul Ricard, and we're going to just see where all the debutants are at this current moment in time, in P2 and P3 for Isan and Daktor. Then further back, Troye in P8 and Robin West making the move on Poof. 2 reserves. Robin West is the debutant. Oh, that is Pyro into the wall. He has smashed into the wall at a great speed. Will that be a second safety car? We've got yellow flags in sector 2. Embrick Boss fastest lap. It seems it will not be a safety car as Pyro leaves the session, and that is all he can do tonight in France. Isan and Daktor very close together. Wow, look at how close they are, and managing to keep themselves this close for the whole race, no collisions, no penalties, is just extraordinary. It really shows the amount of skill we have from many of the drivers here. I mean, all of the drivers. Everyone here is so skilled, so talented. It's just you know, some cope better in the dry, some like France, some don't. A lot of factors playing into it, which can affect the performance. And Daktor, you can see defending from Indigo, who will not go for a move. Isan nearly looked to go for a move on Jakak, but he thought better of it, as he is in P2 at this current moment in time. Daktor looks to challenge, but he can't, not yet at least, as the top 6 is very close together. Then we have Troye and Chaza is pushing these hard until they're going to melt, they're going to die, and that is exactly what he needs to do in this race. Leighton, 3 seconds of penalties, Robin West 5, and then Embrick another 5 for speeding in the boxes, and I think that is his race over. Chaza with not going to go for a move, especially not in those long gone tyres. Adakov, will he go for a move? No, he won't. Will Daktor go for a move on Jakak? Bear in mind, Isan has made the move on Jakak up ahead, but Jakak is going to go back down the inside of Isan. Look at this racing, very respectable between the two. Isan tries to stay out in front. Down the inside he goes, and he keeps his car in P1. The Spaniard's taking none of it. Jakak down into P2, as now he's pushing Isan through these couple of corners, and Isan is finally up into P1, and Jakak, Isan, Daktor, Indigo there on another level in this race. And look how close they are keeping to each other. As Jakak now, will he go for a move? Isan goes defensive, but he can't defend from Jakak, not this time at least, as Jakak up into P1, Isan P2, Daktor P3, Indigo P4, Adakov P5, P6 for Ramontis, P7 for Troye, 8 for Chaza, 9 for ESW, 10 for Domfly. Robin West finds himself P11, then we have Poof, Robert, Chris Ball, Leighton, Luca, Embrick, and then Pyro and Scotty both DNF'd out of the race. Jakak and Isan still battling it out. This is going to go till the end of the race. I'm sure of it. I am positive. I'm affirmative on that. And Daktor is a third person. He's third partying these two, as a nice little Fortnite kid would say. And he's just enjoying the DRS. And in the final few laps, he may go for a move. He's been with these two for the whole race, so I would not be surprised if he can contend for the win. But for now, he's just pulling back. He's relaxing as he needs to extend these tyres till the end of the race. Daktor, if he can extend the mediums that long, that would be very good from him. Around now would be when you would box the softs, so we will see if he decides to go for the softs, but I think at this moment in time he's just going to have to send it on the mediums to the end of the race and see how they do. So the hard runners will definitely have an advantage on him. As you see, Indigo is very close to Daktor now, contending for the podium position as Indigo into turn 1. Will he go for a move on Daktor? No, he doesn't. He thinks better of it. And further back, Romonatic leading Troye, Chaza, and ESW Junior. No, sorry, he's not leading them. He's behind this group. And then we have Troye, who is leading Chaza, ESW, and that pack over there. Domfly gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. That's not what he wants to see. The top 8 all without penalties here, as Isan and Daktor, they're going to go side by side. Daktor on the inside, that is. Will he go for a move in this corner? He's been behind Isan the whole race, and he does not. He thinks better of it on lap 18 of 27. You can see Chaza down the positions. He's down into P9 now. Daktor pulls over. Will he go for a move? No, not just yet. And Isan down in P2, does not go for a move on Jakak, and I need to blow my nose, sorry. my, oh my, this battle has been lasting the whole race and it's still going. This is a longer battle than in Jeddah, better battle as well. Yep, mic is working. And everything going smoothly so far in the race, as Isan's still trailing behind JCAC, but we've still got many more laps to go, and this could change any second from now. And nothing going on in Div 1 chat, so I assume everyone's behaving themselves. As you can see, P3 is Daktor currently. Will he go for a move on Isan? Can he make it work? No. Look at the pace. Look at the raw pace of these drivers. Isan, can he go for a move on JCAC on this nice right-hander, the deep one? Oh, that's definitely a track limit extending warning for Isan. Embrick Boss retires from the session. Will this be a full course safety car? No, he's done it in the boxes, so nothing will happen there, as everyone's going to keep racing here in France. Adikov in P5, trailing behind Indigo, and the gap is not what it was a few laps ago. He has definitely made sure that he does not run away, as Troye is still leading this pack here. We got yellow flags in sector 3, Embrick's left, but not much else happened there. As further back, Leighton and Crispell having a little battle of their own. As Crispell, will he go for a move? Will he send it down the inside of Leighton? As they go side by side, he does send it. Will he make it work? Yes, he will, though, around the outside. Oh, he pushes Leighton a bit wide as they go side by side still into the next sequence of corners. But Leighton stays ahead in P14 of the race. JCAC extending the gap on Isan though. The gap is now 4 tenths. Daktor is getting extremely close. He's getting dangerously close to Isan, but he thinks better of it. He's not go for a move, and he's just chilling behind, but he does have to defend from the flying Indigo. In P4, the two LFR drivers, P4 and P5, and then we have a VFR driver in P6 of the race. And yeah, I just need to not talk for a moment, so I'm just going to show you some good racing, because my throat is literally going to die. I think I've just repeated what I've done in Austria. My throat is literally sobbing right now. It is tearing up. My throat is done, but I need to keep commentating. Yeah, and I think... Oh wait, is it round 11 or round 10? Wait, did I just put the wrong round? No, it's round 10. Okay. Ramonetic left the session, but he's in P6, so his AI is going to take over. But I'm not sure what he's done there. Leaving the session whilst in P6 of the race. That's not a big brain move for him. Or maybe disconnected, I'm not sure. But that is certainly not what he wants to do, especially not here. Depressive bush hiding person says 10, I think. Ramonetic actually is joined back, so that's better for him, as he disconnected for a while, and he's got Troye now to worry about. Well, his AI at least, as Troye is within 3 tenths now. When will Ramonetic take control of the car? So far he's still ghosted. This is going to be crucial for Ramonetic. He's lost time, but he's still maintaining the position. When will he take control? Gonna have to wait and see. Troye is going to make a move, I think, any second now. And he's back in the race. He reconnects in P8. That's not what he wants, but at least he is back and racing. And we can see Isan makes the move on JCAC. And the time is bugging, like the time and not working. And Chazza finally decides to box. There we go, the time's finally started to work. And Isan is into P1 of the race. Oh my word, this is going to go up to the line. My throat cannot handle this, but my brain does. My heart is where it matters, and I don't care what my throat says. I'm going to keep commentating until the end. We've got 5 laps left of racing. And Daktor is pushing these mediums to the limit, and it's done so very well. The only driver to box the mediums during that safety car, but it seems to have paid off for him, number 20. He can see. Could he make a move on JCAC? He's certainly closing in. Will he make a move? He may go. No, he has to lift on the straight as he thinks better of it once again. And he will not go for the move on the Mercedes there. Maybe the Mercedes may go for a move on Isan. We need to wait and see. But if you look at his angle, he's not close enough to make a move just yet. He does, however, gain time in that corner on Isan. But he cannot make a move, not yet at least. As he needs to stick behind on lap 22 of the race. Troye now has to defend from the flying ESW Junior, as they will be going side by side, and then Ramonitic, they have to worry about him because he's going to be hunting to make up his P6 once again, where he originally was before he had to reconnect to the session. And further back we can see Adakov still within the DRS, and Troye just about seeing the remains of Adakov's rear, and oh, we can see, look how close they are there. Troye and ESW Junior battling, it seems now, as ESW goes for the move on Troye. Troye down in P7 and Ramonitic in P8 of the race as it stands right now, and Daktor still following around JCAC now, a new person for Daktor to sit behind, and Isan is flying out in P1, the flying Isan I'll call him now. And he's got JCAC to worry about. JCAC is hungry. Will he go around down the inside? I mean, he is going to go down the inside. Will Isan fight it? Isan will not fight the move, and that is JCAC successfully into P1 of the race. Further back, Robin West and Ramonitic battling, it seems. No, and yeah, Ramonitic, something's happened there. I think Ramonitic has had a little spin off into the distance, as that is not what he wants to see. Not right now, as Troye and ESW still having a go at each other. Robin West, I'm not sure what's going on there. Further back, he's gone off the track and he's lost his wing, has the Red Bull, and that's certainly not what he wants to see here. I think he may have made contact with Ramonitic, I'm not sure. But we're still going here in front. I'm going to have another look at the Discord to see what's going on here. Nothing sent yet. And Robin West, a 5-second penalty for speeding in the boxes, and I think he may retire. No, he's going to keep going. That's a real man right there. And now Isan is still following around JCAC. He needs to make sure the gap is close. He needs to keep close behind JCAC. If he does not do so, that is not going to be good for him. Indigo is right behind that door. Will he go for a move? Yes, he will. Down the inside. No, he thinks better of it, and he slots into P4. ESW and Troye having a little battle of their own, as the Alpine and the Aston Martin having a ding-dong battle here. ESW makes the move on Troye as they keep going side by side. The Alpine has the outside line, Troye on the inside, but Troye backs up and into P7 he goes. Daktor maintains in P3, and then we have Indigo P4 and Adakov P5. JCAC leads the way on lap 24. We have 2 more laps of racing after this lap is finished, and then we will be done. What's the comment saying? What are you guys' predictions? Who will take it? Will it be Isan? Will it be JCAC? Could it be Daktor? Could it be maybe even Indigo? Or will Adakov, can he show what he's got? Can he snatch that P1? We have Jimenez saying yeah in the chat. His drivers are currently P6 and P13, so ESW is putting up a good fight, but Isan now needs to think about when he's going to go for a move. This is going to be a last lap showdown, and that's what I love to see. That's probably what the spectators love to see. That's what the drivers love to see, but they're going to be sweating, and they're going to be... It's going to be a big challenge here. The 3-second time penalties are rolling in. We can see Poof collect 15, and ESW and Troye still having a ding-dong battle. Will Troye go to the side? He's going to go down the inside of ESW. Oh, but he's had a big punt from Poof, who I'm not sure what's going on there, but Poof has just punted ESW, and I'm not sure what has gone on there, but that is not what you want to see. However, the front leading group is having a nice little battle here. Well, not a little battle, this is a grand battle between them, and I'm not sure what's going on with Poof. I think he has lost his wing. As we go on board with him, yeah, that is a no wing for Poof 2003, and I think he will retire in the boxes at this point. Isan and Jakak, the gap is big, the gap is 5/10 as we go on to lap 26 of the race. Poof into the boxes, Jakak in P1, Isan P2, Daktor P3, Indigo P4, Anikov in P5, and the margins are so low. Isan has got off the track. Isan is off the track. He's made an error. That has cost him. That has cost him dearly. That has cost him the race. That has cost him so much. Oh my word! There's no way that has just happened. He has just gone off the track, and that has cost him everything. Indigo makes the move nearly on Daktor, and now Jakak needs to keep the gap between him and Daktor. Needs to extend the gap. And Indigo, he backs out, and I'm not sure what happened there. He's dropped down to P4, and on lap 27, I'm going to go in a few seconds time. He's standing P7, he's off the track, and that is just so disappointing from him. I think he lost his wing or something. He has a puncture! Isan has a puncture! Oh my word, Isan has just collected a puncture. 1 lap before the end of the race, nearly 1 lap, and Jakak is going to cruise home to victory. He's got 1 more lap. Adakov, will he look to make a move? Robin West retired, but we're not going to have a safety car just yet. Adakov makes the move on Daktor, down the inside, around the outside I mean, and Daktor P3 for him, and Adakov has collected the 3-second time pending the last lap of the race, and Daktor is now in provisional P2 and Indigo provisional P3, and Troye in P5 of the race currently, and Indigo and Troye still having a nice little ding-dong battle with each other here, as Indigo is going to pull over to the inside now. Will he? No, sorry, that's Indigo and Daktor. Will he go for a move? Indigo down the inside of Daktor at the final lap of the race. They go side by side. Daktor on the inside, Indigo on the outside, and now Indigo pushing Daktor through that corner into the flat-out section of the track, and Indigo has made the move down the inside into the deep right-hander. And it seems Indigo is going to take P3 of the race. Can Daktor deny him? That is my question. That is everyone's question, I think. It doesn't seem likely. I think that is going to be Indigo in P3, and I'm certain that that is going to be Jakak in P1 unless he does something crazy. And we're going to go on board with Jakak. Jakak rounds the final corner, the Mercedes. He has dominated here in France, and he wins the French Grand Prix here in the circuit. Paul Ricard, the VFR driver, P1, P2 for Indigo, P3 Daktor, P4 for Adakov, then it's P5 for the mighty Troye. Roberts comes home in P6, and then we have ESW Junior in P7, Chazza P8, Chris Bull in P9. And then Dumfly P10, Ramonetic will come home in P11. Then we have Leighton, another man with a puncture. It seems the hard did not last that long, and Daktor, he made those mediums work. He made the stint work, unlike Isan with the puncture on the penultimate lap. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. What a race, and what a way to end it here in France. there you have your race winner, JCAC in P1. And from what I'm seeing in the chat, it seems everyone really enjoyed themselves out there. And there we go. JCAC P1, Nedgo P2, Dr. P3, Adakov P4, P5 for Troy A. Robert in P6, P7 is Chaza, P8 in ESW, Chris Ball goes P9, Domfly P10, 11th for Leighton, P12 for Poof, P13 Romanitage, P14 Luca, P15 Isan, P16 Robin, P17 Embrick, P18 Pyro, and then P19 is Scotty. There you have your race director, and there you have your race. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and hopefully you guys can come back for Hungary next week, same time, not the same place. We will be at the Hungaro Ring. Hopefully we can have some more of the drama we had in real life. And with that being said, enjoy the rest of your night, and that is peace out from me.